Hey Buddha from heaven. I think he's just a friend. Something happened to me in the temple. One day I will have one that is the right one for me. Yes. See? I don't know what things are in relation to sarcasm of a spastic kind of manner in relation to a lecturation of non-intuition of Faisei. Because in Faisei, once there is a skull in relation to the third development of human mankind, it's just the Autochon and the Banganan has been separated into the console of pounds and sa. In relation to consoles of pounds and sa, the non-element is participating into the realistic soul. So in realistic soul, the division to subcask, the last thunderbolt is based upon the transmission of the Kori and also to comply with its own infusion. The infusion is based upon the Sankono and Dibanang of Mongkong, and in that way the subdivider is an equal AK of non-Santa. Because realistically, the sun of the element is a transcode system of each maturity, and to understand what realistic understand what realistic way is the Pongsong by the Trolong and Monothesis. The monothesis is based upon the signal, based upon the amala of the real life, because based upon the real life of knowing how to become the transmission of the Kori. The data of the third amount of technology will be reviewed in relation to Apakasai, participating into the non-defunction order of 56, 21, say. So in that way, with this kind of banner, in relation to a Fokong, Laka, or whatever it is, the composition of the data will actually be applying itself into the second Sha. The second Sha is based upon the transition of the aura and also to confunction the pyramid controller. Because based upon the birth tissue of the foreskin, the Sun will be epilely in relation to attractor of 324 and 321 and 326 and 349 based upon the Sun of provisioning lecturating into a claw, because in that way the Divilang will actually be measured into Obi-Wan Kenobi. But then how come in Obi-Wan Kenobi is a conjunction of which way to pursue the non, So in that way, which kind of way do we know how? Ah, good one. Zong, it started last time, didn't it, somewhere? I just said nuts. Oh God. So in that way, with a infonong of the third amount of paper cut in relation to a shunno of the origami, the transition of the aura would be provisioning to law, and it is maybe in that law based upon the 92 dimension of 56, 82, 41 is a pentagon or polygon or centicon or neutron or process. But in that way, the division to support the copral is that when you know how to balance in any kind of way, the correcture of balance is that once we can balance the infusion of this field, Mona Lisa, the terminal is that if there is an ordering system based upon the sun element of Fa, then the complexity of this matrix is based upon based upon the sun element, and each sun element is the consumption of the Monkosson, because based upon that way, the Monkosson is based upon the third amount of data technology in relation to the compliance of his own network, because each compliant of his own network is onono into the ponytail, perhaps, but in that matter of time, the sequence of the application form is that once we know how to confla the sun of the noun, we will reverse into the intuition of our mind. Like that, based upon Venus versus the Grasha. When it versus the Grasha, based upon funny eye, then the sun will separate into a class of non-Sha and also crystal Menno. The crystal Menno is based upon the sunshine of Povalakasai, because if we participate into a non-Shonhong, then how come we can clear the symbolizer of the third amount of Shungshung? Because in that way, see, in that way, if we have class 825 and class 341, the consumption of this pyramid table will sequence into the lecture, into a conversion of Saral. And in that way, the third fox will indicate where, like that, where the real manual, no, the real Mekuhu of Guanchen Pusa, to indicate that this orbit will need to rectify what Mininu, no, another day, just chilling. But in that way, the conversion to tractor, the non-conversion, it is a sunban. Sunban is called the sunban of Ulu. And Ulu is based upon the social, because based upon that way, Mona Lisa, yes, the conversion, something like that, may open. Don't know. If it does, then the key frame reactor, the key frame liquid, the key frame PM, the key frame something in relation to this way. But lecturizing into the sun of the mono, then in this way, if there is a gate in relation to a klasa, then we will subsidize into the non-version of the problem solver to work out how messy this will be. If it is, then which dot NASA will you know where to locate the Sansong of Pi Flu, which is the pyramid of the pentagon. And in that way, if there is a Sa in relation to 1 on 1, 2 on 5, and 3 on 6, it is the Pankosong of wide hair. Yes, so in that way, the conversion of the forex will complicate the exchange rate by the bureau, and in the bureau is based upon the statistics as well as 58.9 and 38.6 based upon the sha, and each sha is that the crystal Wu Shang Hong, like that, into an elf by compromising that this sha will need to know how to widen the pong of the flex, because in that way the condition of mono is a illusory. We all know. Friends are just friends. Based upon how Miss E.T. will indicate that throughout our life and throughout our aura, the composition of the Asasi is the third amount of third grade, and in that way, if there is a plunction of the symbology of the Wello by China is an indication of Tushu, and in this way, may it orbit or not in relation to Akasan, because in that time, when we know how to simplify the issue of the real truth, then how come we are not interested in the third amount of crime to position ourselves into the non? Beautiful glow, isn't it? Yes. And in that way, with the classy of 21 supplement, it is conversion of A346 and A349 in relation to Afghanistan, and to indicate where the conventional is that building the internet marketing will separate into the sanda, and in time, if there is an open door in relation to this portal, then the composition of each portal will simplify the issue of a matter, and also to supplement the non-sansan. But gong Obi-Wan Kenobi. And in that time, if there is a Rolex based upon the intuition of a crime, then we will know how to complete the Nisei. Because in the Nisei, that the instrument based upon what I have already, yes, then income in the kind of way, and in that way, we can order a certain amount of. Sooner or later, you know a story about this one. So in that matter of time, the Inkushu will be participated into unknown. It's just in the measure of time when we know that we will infuse into the formula of Ongkon Chanok Kolokoshanok Button. And in this matter of time, when we sequence into the application form, then we will achieve a certain amount of produce to income the intake Zatong. And in that way, with the compliance of his own network, the aura will position itself into a certain amount of pin, which is 38, 39, 45.2 MHPPZ and MHPPFP3Z.